Hey guys, good morning. Welcome back to the channel. Today in the shop we have a 2017 Jeep Patriot, and we're going to be doing an oil change and taking the winter tires off today, and we're going to be putting the summers back on. I've never done an oil change on a Jeep before. So let's get her put up on the quick jacks and see what we got. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is go to the owner's manual and we're going to look for our oil capacities. So here are the fluid capacities. We have the engine oil 2.4 liter, and it appears we need 4.26 liters of engine oil, and it is 5W20. I purchased some synthetic oil, so we're going to be doing synthetic oil change. I think these take synthetic from the factory, I'm not sure. And we're going to do a Wix filter. Right, so there's the part number that we're going to be putting on it, 51068 Wix oil filter. That's Wix. And then we have here 5W20 motor oil, fully synthetic, Parts Master. That sounds really awesome, actually. Parts Master. So over here underneath the hood, just verifying, yes, we have a 2.4 liter. So we have our oil dipstick here, and we have our fill plug here. I'm just going to take some compressed air. I'm going to blow this out so I don't get any debris inside. There appears to be some sand and stuff there. So we're going to be blowing this out, and then we're going to get underneath and we're going to do that oil filter. Let's crawl under here to give you guys a look. So we have right here, this is where the oil filter is. So she's up there. Now I don't have an oil filter socket, so all I have is the band thing. So hopefully she comes off pretty easy. And then back here we have the drain plug. And as you can see, this is a 13 mil. I'm going to be using a 13 millimeter socket on there to remove that, and I think this should go pretty well if I can get this off from up there, because that looks pretty high. Well, that was an exciting hour ride. It turns out I had the wrong oil filter when I was taking the oil filter off. It happens. The auto parts store yesterday gave me this 51068, which is the large Mopar or large Dodge filter for like a full-size pickup truck, stuff like that. Turns out I got this little guy on there, and this is the 57060. So we live far. We live way out in the bush. That was almost 45 minutes wasted time. But it happens. Am I upset? Not at all. Happens all the time. People are human. To err is human. Quite possibly, in all honesty, this is probably one of the easiest oil changes I've done. Everything was really easily accessible except for that oil filter. But if I had the proper oil filter wrench, that probably would not have been an issue. So what we're going to do now is this takes 4¼ liters, and we're going to start with putting in 4, and we're going to start it up, and then we'll check it from there. In case you're wondering, I did fill the oil filter. Uh, Fill the oil filter, don't fill the oil filter. I mean, I don't know. You can't see that thing in there. You'll need a longer dipstick tube. Tell you something, guys. I've been a GM guy my whole life, and I owned some Fords when I was younger as well. I had some. I really liked the 50 Mustangs and stuff when I was a teenager, and we had a lot of fun with those. Even our wedding car was a 5-liter Mercury Capri, and that was a beautiful car. And I got rid of that for some stupid reason. Too lazy, just pushing it around the yard, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, I've always been a GM guy, like I said, but I have to admit this Jeep Patriot, this thing is pretty sweet, and it is undercoated from one end to the other. Everything you touch, you get black. It is in really good shape. It's got 109,000 kilometers on it now, and it is comfortable. Runs really nice. CVT transmission. I am not a fan. Just the horror stories I've heard. 109,000 K on this one. Doesn't seem to be any issues with it. We've had it now for probably, well, it's my daughter's vehicle, but I think she's had it now since I don't know. She must have put about 15,000 kilometers on it since she bought it last summer, and so far so good. So while we have our oil in, we got the 4 liters of oil. We're just going to check our level, make sure all that's okay, top it up as required. I'm going to check the engine coolant quickly, and maybe pop the air filter off if I can figure out where that is and how to get to it. We'll check that out as well, make sure it's nice and clean, and I think we're done with the oil change here. Well, I came to the conclusion and I discovered that it's a lot easier to check the oil if you just pop the cover off. Just pulls right off. That should be it. That is exactly 4¼ liters. Hey, look at that. I can see the dipstick tube now. And we are good. Perfect. All right, we got the oil in it, and I think that is about it for the oil change. Like I said, I'm just going to check the air filter over there, where that looks like there's a whole lot of stuff on top of it, but I might be able to get to it. So I'm going to pop that cover back on. I'm going to check that air filter, and I'll show you guys what it looks like. And I think this video is done. Quick, easy, simple. I'm not going to show you the winter tire change. You've already seen that on one of the previous videos. If you go back in the channel, check that out. So let's get it finished. Well, the air filter is looking really good, nice and clean, but there was a friggin' load of sand and leaves and all kinds of stuff inside of that box that I blew up. Pretty simple to take it out, was not difficult at all. So I'm just going to throw this guy back in. I blew it out with some compressed air. I'm going to throw it back in, and I think this is done. All right, so before I end this video, another little something I always do. I do it in the fall, I do it in the spring, just as part of the maintenance is I always put my battery on a charger. I'll give it a good charge before the winter. I'll give it a good charge in the spring. I'm not sure if everybody is familiar with this, but you know, they say the vehicle charging system charges the battery. Well, vehicle charging systems are designed to operate all the accessories, ignition system, lights, all that stuff while the vehicle is running so that it does not drain the battery. So do they charge a battery? They do give it a charge. Flies are out. They do give it a charge, but they will not give it a nice deep charge like it needs. So once again, do it, don't do it. I do it myself. I have had batteries in my vehicles. We live in Northern Ontario, minus 40 Cs in the winter. I've had batteries in my vehicles for 9 years, 8 years, 10 years. You do this once in the fall, once in the spring, I guarantee you, you will not have any issues with your battery. So again, guys, really appreciate you guys coming around, checking this out. Really simple video, real quick, real easy. Oil change on a 2017 Jeep Patriot 2.4 liter. I got the wrong oil filter. I took a trip, went and got one. All cool. Don't forget to subscribe if you like what you see here. I got lots of car videos, lots of other really cool stuff. And again, guys, I really appreciate you guys watching. Thank you again. We'll see you guys soon.